Hey everybody, this is Glidercat and it's time to play. Let's jump back into Angel Mountain and pick up where we left off last episode. Let's go buy land because that's fun. We got $5.2 million burning a hole in our pocket. We don't want that. We want to spend our money as soon as we get it. Let's look at the sales. There's 2 trucks for sale. Boy, I'm tempted. Been doing a lot of driving and I keep second guessing whether I should be using auto drive just to move our products around the map. That would save a lot of time. Obviously, it would also save a lot of time if I just use the automatic distribution in our factories to send the product where it needs to go. Only reason I'm not doing that is just for the challenge of it. And also, kind of driving the stuff around is almost like a little mini game. It's kind of like a little version of American Truck Simulator built in to Farming Simulator. And I actually don't mind it too much. These are great deals on these trucks, but I think I'm going to actually pass. There was one last time I checked. Now there's 2. Interesting. How big is this bucket? 6,000 to 6,500. The reason I'm looking at this bucket is this for, what is this for? HTB 6,000. Is this for wheel? Oh yeah, it'll attach to a wheel loader. And capacity 6,000 or 6,500. The reason I'm looking at this is I found a mod for weights for the wheel loader. So I think I mentioned before that the coal is really, really heavy, and so is the salt. Coal is still heavier than the salt. And if I use a bucket larger than 4,000 liters for the coal, that wheel loader starts tipping. But if I use these weights, where would those be? Weights. Probably near the end. This lightweight mod, again, right off the Farming Simulator website, will the mod hub and Farm Simulator will this will attach to the back of a wheel loader, our wheel loader, and it works and it helps. So I'm probably going to do that soon. Why is that relevant now? Because I can use a bigger bucket for the coal. I can't use, I think this is the one we have. We have it configured to 6,400 or 6,500 liters, and we use this for the iron. I've tried it with the weights on the back of the wheel loader on a different save, and it was still super tippy when shoveling coal. So maybe this one is probably not the one, not going to help. 500 liters lighter is probably not going to make much difference. I don't think it's going to help me shovel up coal or even the salt. Salt, I can kind of get away with it. I've been getting away with the bigger shovel. And I think the weights will help. We may go do that. Next time we shovel salt, I may go get that weight and put it on. We got a tiny header here. No, I don't think it's even worth it. Not even for our small field. And then we got a baler. Not planning to do bales anytime soon. So yeah, nothing there to buy. Let's go into land. Be nice if there's a bunch of used grape harvesting and planting equipment, because that's what we're going to get into. Okay, land. We talked about 26. That's going to get us a field of wheat. And it's going to get us a bunch of land underneath it. So we're going to buy that. All this land underneath the field here. Let me click off of it so you can see it one more time. All this land has trees on it, I believe. So does this underneath the bottom half of land 40 here has a bunch of trees. That's going to be our next big project, is clearing all these trees out. And then we're going to load this up with grapevines. And then, what do they call this? Land plot 39 and 38, kind of same thing. They don't have fields on them. But again, I think these are all covered with trees. And again, I'm thinking of doing a bunch of grapevines and going really big on grapes somehow. Not sure where we'll put our equipment, but maybe somewhere in the middle, I guess. Be nice to have some solar powered sheds or something. And then put all our grape equipment there. But I'm thinking, yeah, this whole area for grapes, we already talked about this. And then maybe up here on this side of the river, when we buy these plots, maybe we do the olives. I don't think we need quite as many olives. So yeah, let's buy that land up and spend our cash. 41, 2.3 million. Let's buy it. Boom. 38, 919,000. Let's buy it. And then field 39 or property 39, that one's not as much. 580,000. Let's buy that. And then see how much money we have. Starting to, we're starting to acquire some property here, which isn't bad. We still have 1.35 million left. Let's take another look. Let's take a look at the grape equipment. I'm going to go to packages, grapes, and just get a feel for what we're going to be spending. Tractors, not much. So 40,000, call that 280,000. Call that 300,000, 330, 345, 350, 355. So that's not going to be too bad. We're still going to have a bunch of cash left over, even after we buy all the grape stuff. We'll hold off doing this. Oh, we also have to buy the vines themselves, right? We're going to have to put those down. So that's these. See, production, orchards. Yeah, 100 for each little section. So we're going to be spending some money on that stuff. Just getting the vines going. Yeah, let's mine some iron. Let's go take this trailer up to the iron mine. I think our wheel loader is sitting there waiting. The other thing I'm thinking about doing is buying the ice house building. That's going to take, I think, water and plastic bags and produce ice for us. And it's not very expensive. And it'd be fairly easy to get that production going. We've got a surplus of plastic bags that we can't really do anything with yet. The refinery is pumping out plastic at a pretty good pace. And we could start working on that 10 million liter objective for the ice. Later, I think the ice goes, I think there's a couple different production lines that will actually use that ice. Or we could just sell it. And if I'm not mistaken, it actually sells for a remarkably high price. As I recall, it was almost like the, like the glass jars, just for bags of frozen water. I don't know why it's got a high price. But we'll take a look. Let's get parked over by the iron mine here. Then we'll just take a look at that business. I think we've got enough extra cash. Now, it's going to be a while before we can raise cash. I drained out just about everything we have. So we're going to be kind of heads down working with what we've got. Also forgot to mention that, let me park here. Our clover field, good news, that turned over on its own. Don't have to plant it. Don't have to do anything. I did put down one extra layer of fertilizer. It was showing it only had one treatment. So we'll double check that real quick and see if that all took. In fact, my tractor's probably sitting at the end of the field. So that's down here. There you go. Field 21. That's our clover field. It's showing in the last growth stage. It just went from harvested to last growth stage as I was delivering product for sale. And then if we look at the kind of the soil composition here, wait for the map to load. Yeah, and double fertilized now. Not sure what that little artifact is. Maybe it's a little collectible sitting in the middle sitting in the middle of the field. I have no idea. Or is that a spot that needs lime? Who knows? But I think this is all ready to go. We just got to wait for that to come through. And then let's check the status of our new field. The 26 is at the same growth state as 28. They both have wheat. 25 is a stage earlier. That one's got barley. We planted that not long ago. And then clover's going to come up next. And sugar beets are still in the first growth stage. All right. Oh, business. We were going to check on the ice stuff. Let's do that real quick. We look at what ice sells for. See if I can find it. Here it is. Ice cubes. Maybe not as high as glass jars. The fish processing sell point will pick them up for $500. And then I guess the more permanent, like once we buy this, we can't use the sell point. But about $400 per 1,000 liters at the hotel for ice cubes. And that business, let's go see where it's at. We drive by it all the time. I think it's right there. I don't know if there's a water trigger nearby. That's one of the downsides, I suppose. Yeah, it's a little bit of a haul for the water, but let's go visit this. There's what it looks like. We drive by it all the time and we hunted for collectibles. We will freeze your cubes, Old Man 102. We will freeze your cubes. So that's our building. And then if we go into placeables, we can kind of see what that takes. Production factories. I gotta find it. Here it is. Ice house. Oh, it takes fuel too. So fuel, we have tons of diesel. We're producing a lot of this. We have more than we can use. Plastic bags, I believe, and then water. And out come the ice cubes. So that's pretty easy. And it's only 75,000. So I think that's something we may want to do and get that production going right after we mine some iron ore. Let's get on that. All right, I'm going to get started on this. I'm going to do, man, what am I going to do? I'm going to do 6 loads, I think. Yeah, 6 loads. I'm going to do 4 loads over to Mammoth Mill and 2 loads over to our long-term storage, working towards our 10 million liter objective. We're getting closer. We have, take a quick look at that too while I'm babbling here. Iron. There's the sugar I put into storage, 400,000 liters. Crude oil, I put 1 load into storage, 100,000 liters. Apples into storage, I mentioned that. Dye, nails, steel brought in, drill pipe, 1 load, and barrels. That's all towards the 10 million liter objective. Yeah, so here's iron ore. We're at 5.8 million towards our 10 million liter objective. Yeah, in this little mining session, I'm going to put 2 more loads in, so that'll take us up like 120,000 roughly. Let's get on it. Here we go. All right, this is our last load of iron. Said I was going to do 6. I decided to do 9 loads. That's about 500,000 liters, with about 180,000 liters going into storage to meet our 10 million liter objective, and about 360,000 liters going into the Mammoth Mill. Let's just take a look at the Mammoth Mill. We're going to have a save here. Okay, here's Mammoth Mill. We have, what are we doing with the ore? 328,000 in there now. So that production's good. Sand looks good. I kind of wanted to check that. So that'll keep our jar production going. That's a cash crop for us. We love the jars. They're helping us buy property and equipment. And then it looks like drill pipe is back in action here with that iron ore coming in, as well as the nails and the steel. Very cool. Let's run this guy through some maintenance real quick while we have it hooked up. And then I want to power wash this truck and trailer as well. Looks like the truck's in worse shape than the trailer as far as dirt goes. It's not too much maintenance, but we'll get it done while we're here near the main farm. Been tempted to bring a lot of our equipment into this shed here just because of the snow rather than leaving them out, but we'll see. It's a lot more time to haul all of that stuff with our flatbed trailer, our low loader. Okay, these guys are back in tip-top condition, except for the paint. I'm going to do a power wash, and then maybe we can refuel the gas, or refill the gas on the truck. It's pretty full, but we're going to drive right by our fuel tank here on the main farm. So we may as well hit the refuel button. Okay, that's all filled up. Give it a quick power wash here by the water trigger. And then we'll drop this trailer off by the forestry area. The last thing I want to do in this episode is go purchase that ice house business. I think it was 80 or 90,000. And then we can go fetch some fuel from the refinery. Ice house needs that. Take some bags over from Mammoth Mill, some plastic bags over. And then do maybe a couple loads of water with our tanker truck. Water, I don't know where we're going to get it. I don't know if there's water near that ice house building or not. I don't think there is anywhere close. But we'll find out. We'll figure out something. Their tanker holds 100,000 liters, so even if we have to make a long trip, at least it's a fair amount of water we deliver each trip. Let's bring this guy back down. Yeah, iron. We have more iron mining to do, more coal mining to do. Sand, salt, nickel, gravel, ruststone. So there's some mines we haven't even bought yet. Silt. So we'll continue to chip away at what we have. The iron, the sand, the salt, and the coal. Coal, we've already stored up 10 million liters. Our factories don't seem to burn much coal. I do have a bunch of coal stored up at the train station near the coal mine. We just need to haul that over to the train station near the refinery and then truck it the final, 500 yards from the train station over there to the oil well, I should say, not the refinery. Tell you what should we do first? I think we'll go and run and get some fuel. We'll hook up to the tanker, load up with fuel, drive that over to the ice house and buy it. We'll probably have some extra fuel, and I think we can drop that off at the sugar mill. Thing unloading? Disconnecting? I don't see it. Oh, I gotta change my selection here. There we go. Yeah, let's hook up to the tanker truck. I think we have a full load of diesel sitting at the refinery. We'll find out when we get there, I guess. as we head over here to the refinery. I think we're going to make a quick stop over at the oil well. And let's grab any crude we might have sitting in here and bring that over to the refinery. Not sure how much we'll have. I did empty this thing out not too long ago. Yeah, not quite a full load, but we'll take it. 76,000 liters. All right, now let's grab some diesel. We'll take this down to the ice house and the sugar mill. Not sure how much we have. We'll see. Looks like we're going to have a full load. Yep, let's take it. All right, I will meet you over at the ice house. All right, here we are at the ice house. I'm curious if this will let us sell gas here or sell diesel here before we buy it. I think there's a little trick where if you do load up one of these businesses before you buy it, then you still get credit. Let's see what happens. Let's sell half of this if we can. See what we get. Okay, it looked like it was going to take more than 50,000 liters. All right, so we got $50,000 for doing that. Let's go buy this business, and I'm curious to see if its inventory now has that diesel or not. It's a little cheaty. Boom. Let's see what we get. All right, I'm back. The game actually crashed on us when I tried to open up the production menu. And so I restored a save, and it was right back. It was way back when we had unloaded the iron into our main farm silo. Basically did all the same stuff again, and now I've got my full tanker full of diesel, and I want to try it again. I did just now save. So if this crashes, we'll be able to pick up right from this point again. But I am anxious to try this and see if we unload, say, 50,000 liters of diesel. We're going to sell it. Sell it to the ice house and then buy the ice house building. Maybe I'll wait like 10 seconds after I sell it just to see if that prevents things from crashing. I'm curious to see if this 50,000 liters of diesel will be in the ice house's inventory when we purchase it, that whole business. All right, there we go. Made about 50,000. Let's pull the truck off to the side. And let's wait like, I don't know, about 10 seconds here. Eventually I want to get rid of all these trees that are in a row. These ones aren't so bad, but I'm still going to probably take those out. We'll do something different with trees, a little more random. We've already checked this area for collectibles. All right, here we go. We're going to try to buy this. 75,000. Boom. Looks good. And then let's go into... Okay, it says storage is empty, materials missing. So our pop-up doesn't show that this has any fuel in it. Let's go into production from the main way here and see if that doesn't crash. Looking for ice. There it is, ice cubes. Boom. Okay, that let us in, and the diesel does not show up in inventory. Interesting. Okay, so maybe that was something they fixed. Thought that was a thing. It's actually kind of good that it doesn't. All right, well, we have diesel to drop off, and then we're going to go get water and these sacks. We have a bunch of these sitting over at Mammoth Mill. Water, I think we're going to have to go... Man, I think we're going to have to drive a little bit for water. There's just no water right nearby. Sure, that's by design. But yeah, we have 49,000 liters. Good thing we didn't sell it all. And we got an extra 50 grand in the bank that paid for almost all of the ice house itself. But let's load it up now. And then we'll go fetch water. I mean, there's no water in that direction. But I think there's water kind of off to the, what would that be? I guess the east of the sugar mill. Still unloading. Yeah, kind of where that train is, just south of field 44. Think there's a water trigger, and that might be the closest one. I don't think there's one south of us. Let's just head over there. We'll get 100,000 liters of water, and then we'll need to change trailers and get go get those sacks, and we'll have ice production up and running. So not too bad. Bought a bunch of land, sold for, and what is it, close to $4.5 million worth of products. Bought 4 plots of land, including one big field of wheat. It's already planted and ready to go. And now we've got one new production line with the ice cubes. Just need to get water. Keep your eyes peeled for a water tower that I'm not aware of. I don't think there's any over here. I don't see anything. There's one up on top of Mammoth Mill, but that's one you have to provide the hydrogen and oxygen to. Same thing over here. This one off to the left, we cannot get water out of there unless we put hydrogen and oxygen in, and we're probably not going to do that. There is another business aside from the refinery that produces hydrogen and oxygen as a byproduct. I can't remember at the moment which one that is. Maybe it'll be close by and we can make use of that. But yeah, there's a water trigger way down here. We used it, or I used it to put some water in the, I think it was the bakery building. That was back when we had the smaller water trailer that only held 32,000 liters. This guy holds 100,000. Yeah, there's our free water trigger. We'll grab one load here on camera. Maybe I can do more between episodes. It's kind of a long trip. Oh, it's a bad spot to get stuck. I think we checked this area for collectibles not too, well, several episodes ago. This trailer with the 100,000 liter capacity, it is slow when it's full. Seems to move okay when it's loaded with diesel. But man, hydrogen, oxygen, water, super slow to move, to get going. So I'll meet you back at the ice house. It's a bit of a misty, foggy afternoon here in Angel Mountain. We had snow pretty much all morning and most of the day. And that's all melted off. Let's get this water unloaded. And now we have quite a bit of fog, it looks like. So we've got the diesel and we have the water. We just need to go change trailers and grab a load of sacks. We can get 200,000 liters on our soft-sided curtain trailer. Take a look and see how much this is going to hold. Holds 1 million liters of water, so I'll make some trips maybe between episodes, and 1 million liters of sacks and 50,000 liters of diesel, and then it's got an outgoing inventory of 1 million liters of ice cubes. Initially, we'll just store these up. We don't have an immediate use for them, but we'll put our, gives us a way to get rid of these sacks. I'm gonna work on that 10 million liter objective for ice cubes. It is slow to bring that water over, so I'm not sure if we'll sell the ice cubes or not. We'll see. We'll get a full load here of sacks. Maybe not that full of a load. $50 pallets will do. Looks like we have plenty on hand. Got almost another 500,000 liters. The only other use of sacks that I can remember from just looking at the different productions is that charcoal. Once we're able to take wood chips over to the refinery, we can bring sacks over there as well. In fact, I think there's about 600,000 liters already over there. Once we can get wood chips over there, we can start making charcoal. Charcoal is used at the smokehouse. And obviously we need 10 million liters of that saved up. Quick trip for the sacks here. Let's drop these into the ice house. That should kick off production. We'll make sure we have that production turned on. Let's do that while this is unloading. Yep, it's on. There we got our first 3 ice cubes. Not bad. I think we'll wrap it up and call it an episode. Doing great on cash. Selling that diesel before we purchased the ice house itself. That got us about $50,000, and the ice house I think was around 75 or 80. So not too bad. We finish up with 1.3 million in the bank. Next episode, what will we do? We might do a couple little odds and ends, maybe a little bit of mining. And then what I think we need to do is I'm going to pull over to the side here and tab over to our tree harvester. I think this is what we need to get going on here. You see where we're at? I'll bring up the map. We're right at just south of field 25. All of these trees need to go. And then across the river, you can see there's a whole bunch of trees. We own all of that land now. So we're going to be getting serious into the forestry and clearing all of these trees out of here. And then once that's done, I think we can just plant some grapevines down here right on the ground. Doesn't need to be in a field. And it will create a field. And we've got room for a lot of grapevines. That's going to be a manual setup process and a manual harvesting process. We've got plenty of money for the equipment we need. I'm not sure what happens with the snow, if that's going to cause us any problems, because like I said, we had snow pretty much all day today in game. By the way, this episode encompasses about 12 hours of real life playtime. So lots of delivering goods today to raise cash. But yeah, we'll get on these trees. This will take quite a bit of time. And it'll give us time. It'll give time for our greenhouses and orchards and mammoth mill, all of those different productions to start building up an inventory again so we can raise cash again later. Let's take a look at the map. Yeah, we saw where our current fields are at. We currently own 28, 25, 26, 21. So that's what? 4 fields there. And we own 45. So we're up to owning 5 fields, and then we own some various, property along the way. Different plots here, the mines and that. Yeah, not bad, not bad. Next fields that we might look to purchase. Again, I still have my eyes over here on 47 and 46 to do things like sunflower, canola, and potatoes, because we can put apiaries down and get a production bonus on those 3 crops. And those are nice, long, thin strips, so the beehives can reach across, hopefully. Similarly, field 10 looks attractive. That we talked about maybe doing the olives on the extra land around field 10 and field 8. And what else? And then there's field or property 101 here that has field 1 on it. That's a small field. Thinking of doing chaff on that one just for the 10 million liter objective. But yeah, lots to do, but we're making great progress. Man, like I said, we raised over I think close to $4.5 million. So we've got productions kicking, and we stored probably 1 million liters of stuff at least. Working towards our 10 million liter objectives across several different products. You can see diesel, we've got almost 1 million liters of that stored already. So yeah, that's it for this episode. This is Glidercat saying thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoy this content on Angel Mountain. This is an Old Man 102 map. You can find all the links in the description of this video and each of the videos in this series. Hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you in the next one.